welcome to the Full-Thrive YouTube channel. You know, I've been talking to the freelancers about this thing called scope creep. What is it? When a client asks you to do more than you originally agreed on, when you have that pit in your stomach that says, yes I can, but that's not what we agreed on, I am going to show you how to avoid scope creep altogether. So if you want to know how to avoid scope creep, I'm going to share that with you coming up. When I talk about you guys shifting from hustling to thriving, this is one way you do it. It's changing how you see yourself and how you work with clients. And this little tiny book literally changed everything for me. And I was like, oh, there's a different way to see things. So I'm going to walk you through this and show you how you can apply it to clients and scope creep. All right, so let's talk about the 4 agreements. If you know this, let this be a refresher for you. Don't check out. I want you to go, how can I apply this to my current situation, my current clients, my current business? Because it will up-level you when you understand the 4 agreements for working with clients, okay? The first one, be impeccable with your word. I had to look up what impeccable meant. So if you don't know, it's okay. So impeccable meaning be true to your word. I'm going to go through what these mean in more detail, but be true to your word. What you say is what you mean. I'm not talking about being a liar, a swindler, a bait and switch. No. Most of the time, this is between you and you. You say stuff you don't really believe. You say things to get people to like you or to buy from you, meaning like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I will do that. Being impeccable with your word means that you are in alignment. What you feel and what you think, you say. There's no friction internally with you. That alone will change everything. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Anything. Don't make assumptions. This is the one I think has really helped me in my freelance business. Because if you're like me, I can tell myself some of the most amazing stories about what the other client is thinking. Oh, I bet this, I bet that, I bet this. They didn't like this, they didn't like that. Oh, they're doing that on purpose. They did this, they did that. La, 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 la. I will weave a whole tale about what's happening in their world. I make a whole lot of assumptions, which we know makes an ass out of you and me, right? To assume things. And what I have learned with working with 250 clients is that, oh my God, you have no idea what's going on the other side of the world, in their world, on the other side of the screen. Like half the time I made something up about people not liking me and they're like, their dog died and they disappeared for a week. And you're like, oh, and I wasted all that energy making assumptions. So, and the last one, always do your best. Like, and your best is going to look different from day to day. Like sometimes you have like the best energy, the best vibes. You're like, man, I'm rocking it. This is my best. And some days you are struggling and surviving. You're like, this is my best. This is my best. If you always do your best, you will be fine. And I know these seem really simple, but if you could apply them. So this first one about being impeccable with your word, about speaking with integrity. Don't say things you don't mean. Don't gossip about somebody or say negative things about people. Like, let your word be true and honest and good. It says here, use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Your word, you know, if you're religious, the word was spoken and things were created. We get ideas that come into our head that turn into thoughts. And when we speak them, there is power in our words, especially to ourselves. Keep your word with yourself. If you're going to exercise, go exercise. Keep your word with yourself. Ooh, I'm preaching. Don't take anything personally. Oh my gosh. Your kids, your partner, your mother-in-law, what they are saying is a projection of their own thoughts, their own issues, their own whatever is going on in their world. It has nothing to do with you. You triggered something in them that they were not happy with. You did not meet their expectations, and so they are going to make you feel bad because they feel bad. You can be immune to the opinions of others. Okay? People are suffering and they want you to suffer with them, and so they say and do things to make you suffer because they are suffering. If you can, have empathy, have grace, have understanding. Be like, wow. Hurt people. Like, okay? So when a client says, yeah, I thought you're, don't take it like, wow, they must be having a bad day. You have no idea, which goes to number 3. Their wife could have just left them and they are just projecting their own stuff on you, right? So with the assumptions, stand in your power and ask more questions. Ask for clarity. Help me understand what you mean by that. I know you said this, but I'm not quite clear. Keep asking, keep asking, keep asking. People will always answer your questions. Okay? Do not add drama and lace it with like, oh, well, she probably meant this and she did all that. Ugh. Okay? If you could literally not make assumptions about anything and ask enough questions to get clarity, that would change everything for you. That is managing expectations up front. And then the last one, just do your best. Like literally, just do your best. Go, is this my best? Today it's my best. Is this the best I can give? Yes. Okay? It's going to be different. If you do your best, you are going to feel good. Right? You are going to feel proud. You're going to feel like you did. So even if a client, if you did your best and then the client comes back to you and says that wasn't enough, don't take that personally. You're like, I did my best. I did my best with the information I had at the moment. I did my best. Okay? And most human beings will honor that. Most people understand that. Okay? All right. I think we're going to wrap up here. I got one more thing I want to cover with you. Just managing expectations up front. Why it's so important. You remain the guide. You stay in that power position. You stay in that position of authority. Clients actually do want to be led. They really do. They are not paying you to have to boss you around and tell you what to do. Just think about whenever you need help. Like when I go get my hair done, I don't want to have to tell the hairdresser, well, I think you should use this shade and maybe we should cut it here. And I do this and do this and do this. I want to be like, you just tell me, please. Like, can I just check out and you just make this awesome? Like, I want to be led. That's why I pay more to those people. Give the benefit of the doubt. When you're managing expectations with people, assume that they didn't know. You have been doing what you do for a long time. This may be the first time they've hired an accountant, the first time they've asked somebody to build a website for them. They don't know what they don't know. Give them the benefit of the doubt. So be clear. Just go, you know what, maybe you don't know this, but this is how this works, right? By being gracious and going, I can't believe they didn't know that. They should know that. Like everybody knows. Like no, they don't. Be kind. If you come from that position of giving them the benefit of the doubt, you will receive back that same kind of energy. And we've already covered this. Don't take things personally. Okay? Don't take things personally. When it comes to managing expectations up front, being clear is being kind to your clients and to yourself. So take the time. Ask enough questions so you have clarity. Communicate very simply, over communicate, remind them, right? Be proactive, have those tough conversations. Hey, I see the project starting to run over time. I just wanted to confirm that we agreed this and that we get us back on track. Does that work for you? Head it off before it's a difficult conversation. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found that valuable. And if you want to know more about freelancing, finding clients you like, doing work that you love on your own schedule, make sure to check out one of these videos and subscribe so that you always know when we drop a new video. Did you know we have a free Facebook group called the Full-Thrive Freelancers? We'd love to see you over there too, so make sure you check us out.